Good morning, everyone, and welcome to the Center for Spiritual Living in Eugene, Oregon. My name is Reverend Trish Mackey, and I'm going to be leading you in a meditation to begin our Sunday celebration. So if you will just take a moment to relax yourself, get in that space within you that is so beautiful and wonderful and joyful and harmonic. Right here and right now, I have chosen to share with you for the meditation today some writings by Jack Addington, one of our long ago, wonderful men who came across with this insight, and a very close friend of Dr. Ernest Holmes, our founder. So make yourself comfortable, however that is, and enjoy the slides as we move through them. If you choose to look at them, please do. If you close your eyes, do it gently, and do both if you need to. So taking a breath in, I know that the words that I share are words that have been directly guided to me by the universe to share this morning. Not questioning why, not questioning what, but simply allowing myself to be receptive to the guidance that I have been given from within. Today I begin life anew. Today I am born to a fresh, new, bright, glorious day. This new day has never been before, and I have never lived it before. And I also know that it will never be given to me again. Each day stands on its own. Each moment stands on its own and presents to me all that I need to know and reminds me of all that I have been given and that is still there for me to claim. So I enter into this new day with enthusiasm, knowing that the presence of God uplifts and enlightens me. I bring into this new day only intelligence and wisdom, peace, joy, and understanding. Today, I am rich in radiant health, infinite abundance, and love. The beauty, the warmth, the color, protection, and comfort of this loving presence fills me with such a sense of peace and joy and security. I pour into every moment of this new day the wonderful blessings that abound for me. I know that it is in my thinking that is causing me to feel separated from all of this good. Whatever darkness is in my consciousness that is manifesting itself in this seeming area of my life, I know it is not a gift from God, I know that it has no substance. I know that it has no power in my life. I would ask that anything that I have done that have been not for my highest good be revealed to me, and know the truth about them, the truth of them. I take a moment to reflect on those things, knowing that God is light, and in him is no darkness at all. I am now ready. I am now ready to let that light shine in the dark places in my life, illuminating them once and for all, that I may express more truth in my life. I'm willing to see all my fears, my prejudices, and irritations brought into the light and clarified. I invite you to allow anything that feels less than loving, less than peaceful, to come to the surface, to sit before you, and for you to look at it, and to recognize that there is no substance to anything that is not unloving, anything that is in darkness, anything from the past that may be still directing and affecting your beliefs and your life at this moment. Knowing that God power dwells in me all the time, I know that my eyes are God's eyes. They are the perfect instrument for clean, clear seeing. The life within me relaxes in this knowing that nature and beauty are outward signs of a great power and presence. And as I see beyond the clouds in the sky, as I see beyond the raindrops, I know that the light shines, that the sun is brilliant in the sky. And I carry that image within me, even if my eyes cannot see it because of an obstacle in front of it, blocking it out. The sun is still shining behind that. And as I look at the things in my life, the experiences, the fears, the fear of moving forward and the fear of staying in one place, changes to knowing that whatever I choose, I will be supported by the universe. And it will make it easy to find where my brilliance lies, where the wisdom is uncovered where the knowingness is brought forth. And I live in this. I live in this knowledge that I am an amazing, amazing creation of the divine. Let us rest in those words. Let us put our arms around ourselves and say, exactly, I am divine. I am awesome. I am priceless. I am unique. I am an original. And I smile at that because inside I can feel that energy floating. And I hear those voices in my head saying, absolutely. Absolutely. Yes. Yes. I am always there. As a seed of disharmony and doubt and envy and jealousy come to the surface, it is as the seed that we plant dies to its old self. And as we choose not to feed the things that keep us in darkness, there is a new plant that grows and becomes a blossom, and then moves into the fruit, into bearing that grain of our lives that are the truth. I let go of the life of insecurity and fear that I may have entered into, and discard those thoughts. For I plant a new seed, and that new seed brings to me all of the things that life of God has given me, that fulfilling love that brings to me all that is mine. Now in the new day, this day I choose, the bright new day, today, when the darkness ceases to be. The gloom is lifted and dispelled, the storm is stilled. I turn from my old life of inadequacies and defeat, and I let God express himself through me as a loving creator, a loving father, a divine intelligence. I am lifted out of the old into a new creative expression, a new creative experience. So today, I begin life anew. Today, I am born to a fresh, new, bright, glorious day. This new day has never been before and will never be lived again. I enter into this new day with enthusiasm, knowing that the presence of God uplifts and enlightens me. I have new courage and new strength, and I bring joy and peace and understanding. In gratitude, I release these words and give thanks for them. And so it is. Please bring yourself back into this moment, opening your eyes if you've had them closed. And just feel the difference in your body and in your mind and in your soul about these words. Wrap them around you like a warm hug. And know that wherever you are never alone. And love leads your way. And so it is. Namaste.
Can't help myself. This is just a holiday song. It's not a Christmas song.
Good morning. Welcome to the Center for Spiritual Living Eugene. My name is Radiant, and this is...
And I'm Tonya.
And we are grateful members of your Joy Notes team. If you will please rise, we'll sing a couple congregational songs. Let go, let God, let the good times roll, let the power of Spirit free your soul.
Come on, get up, come and celebrate. Let go, let the good times roll.
Let go, let God, let the good times roll, let the power of Spirit free your soul. Come on, get up, we're gonna celebrate. Let go, let the good times roll. Let go, let God, let the good times roll, let the power of Spirit free your soul.
Come on, get up, come on and celebrate.
Let go, let the good times roll. And so we are, and so it is. If you'll please turn to your neighbor and greet them.
And if you're at home, send that letter, hug your cat for me. Just send the love. Think about all the people in the world you love and send that vibration out, because we all need all the love that we can get, and in giving the love, we receive it. And now if you'll return to your seat, we'll start our second song.
It's loud.
I surrender. I trust and I know that as I surrender, I fall into the arms of God. I surrender. I trust and I know that as I surrender, I fall into the arms of God. And so it is. If you'll please silence your cell phones or other devices, and if you're at home, you could just, the washing machine can wait till later. And we have this wonderful opportunity to just be present in this moment, in the presence, in this space. Thank you.
Hello, good morning everybody, and welcome to Center for Spiritual Living Eugene. My name is Danu. I am a board member here and a practitioner in training. If you're here for the first time, or if you've been here before and haven't done this yet, we have a green sheet in the lobby here. If you fill that out and give us your contact info, we will reach out to you and get you on our weekly newsletter sign up. Our website and our weekly newsletter are the best ways to stay up to date on classes, service opportunities, and everything else fun we got going on. At this center here, we know that spiritually empowered people live richer, fuller lives. So we use our principles of science of mind to inspire minds, open hearts, and empower lives. Our global vision for the month of December is we envision a world in which resources are valued, cared for, and grown, and where there is generous and continuous sharing of these resources. Our practitioner of the day is Trish Mackey over here. We have Ona Chambers in the back holding high watch for us. Thank you, Ona. And we are going to sing a couple verses of Right Here, Right Now.
Right here, right now, I have come into the presence of God.
Good morning, everyone. It's so nice to see all of your shining faces that I can see now, and also to know that there are many other shining faces looking down and being part of our service today. So welcome to all of you. I'm Reverend Trish, and I have the honor of doing a meditation, a treatment for us, I think, to just get ourselves grounded into this space and into the reason why we're here. We're so good at giving presents to everyone else, especially at this time of the year. But what about giving a present to ourselves? It's always something that you do every single Sunday when you show up, or when you tune in, or whenever you hear us, whether it be on a Sunday or any other day. So I'm going to invite you to go into that place within you where there's peace and calm. It's a part of you that has never been touched by any experience that you've ever gone through, every word that's been said to you, everything that made you uncomfortable, unhappy, and unloved. Right there, everything is absolutely embracing the divineness of you. So as I say my words, I know that there is a power and presence in this universe, and that I can use it, and it is greater than I am, and I do use it. I use it in every word that I say, in every thought that I have, in every action I take or choose not to take. For it is the guiding light, it is the guidance from the Creator of all things seen and unseen. Knowing I am one of those creations, I open myself up to understanding better who I am and what I am here to share with others. And I do that by taking the time to put myself as number one in my life. To put myself where knowing who I am and knowing what I am, uncovering more about myself is my number one priority. And as I use the word I want you to know that I am speaking about you, for there's only one of us here, one heart, one soul, one mind, in separate forms and different ways of expressing the self. Giving a gift of being surrounded by people of like mind on a Sunday is a wonderful, wonderful gift that you give yourself. And when you leave, you know that you are different. You are not the same person as the person that walked into the building. You are not the same person that has turned on the switch to join us when you shut that switch off again. You are reminded of the loving power that you are, the loving presence that you are the expression of the divine in human form. Coming together in the Center for Spiritual Living here in Eugene, Oregon is a gift that you give to yourself. It's not only a reminder, but it's an opportunity to see the other sparkling images of God that's been created. All shapes and forms, all heights, all thoughts, all decision making, it's all so good and so perfect. So I applaud you and applaud yourself for being here, for making the choice to put yourself as number one on your list of things to do and your list of priorities. For this is the place where as you give and you open up, you get filled over and over and over again by the music, by the words that you will hear, by everything. Everyone sitting around you is just another expression of the divine. So bring yourself together and know with it an enthusiasm that you are whole, perfect, and complete right here and right now. And today is a day that has never been lived before, and now we're going to live it the way in which we choose to, with joy, enthusiasm, power, presence, and only good. Only good. For God is all there is, and together we affirm. And so it is.
So now I'm going to read our affirmation aloud. I'll read it once aloud, and then if you so wish, you can read it along with me. So our December affirmation is, every ending is a new beginning. Spirit within me makes all things new as I lay down my burdens to divine love. Say it with me. Every ending is a new beginning. Spirit within me makes all things new as I lay down my burdens to divine love. And our talk of the day is surrender is action. That will be surrender is action. You may not believe that, but it's true. And last but not least, our guest musician of today is Haley Loren. Thank you, Haley.
Hi. Can you hear me okay out there? Okay, good. Good morning. Oh, goodness. Holiday season is here. Whether you're ready for it or not, it's here. I wanted to bring you guys a song that I wrote for the first song that I'll do today. I wrote this one just after last Christmas in response to the experience of last Christmas. I don't know about you, but it was definitely a different one. For those who celebrate, of course. There were a lot of things that were traditions that we just couldn't do. And in that experience, there was something sort of new, I think, born of the holiday for us. One of the things that usual Christmas tradition holds for us, for our family, is we like to go to the candlelight Christmas Eve midnight service at the First Christian Church, which is beautiful. And at the end of that service at midnight, when the clock strikes 12, the bells always play Silent Night after we all stand around with candles, like singing it to each other, and it's so beautiful. But we didn't attend the service. They didn't have the service last Christmas. And so we stood outside and we waited to hear the bells across the city playing Silent Night, just so we could at least have that part of our tradition. And we waited outside past midnight and they never played. And there was something so perfectly 2020 about that. It was so sad and so kind of funny and so sort of sweet in that sort of silence. It felt almost like it was like, nope, not this year. And I don't know, maybe I was assigning too much meaning to it, but it really kind of moved me. And I wrote this song in response to that, and sort of just as a meditation on the experience of these last almost 2 years now. Of living and how things have shifted. So I hope you can take this into heart. It's called The Bells Were Silent. We took up the mantle, made holiday cheer with a somber inflection. To mark this dark era, we stood in the cold night, awaiting. Okay. I will start that again. Okay. That's all right. We took up the mantle, made holiday cheer with a somber inflection. To mark this dark era, we stood in the cold night, awaiting to hear, but the bells were silent this year. We lit the candles, holding them near as we sang Silent Night through bittersweet tears, thinking of all the voices too soon disappeared. Oh, the bells were silent this year. All is calm, all is bright, in so many wishful dreams tonight. Will the next year bring us back into the light? We stared at the sky, wishing that it were clear, so the Bethlehem star might finally appear. But just knowing it's up there after 800 years, in a time when the struggle is so hard down here, and the people are restless and so full of fear, did you send us a sign that it's worth persevering? Well, maybe the quiet is what's needed most, dear. So the bells, they stayed silent. Maybe angels stepped in, put a wrench in the gears. So the bells were silent. Maybe someone forgot, and there's no meaning here. And the bells were just silent. Every note of that hymn felt brand new to our ears when the bells were silent this year. Thank you so much.
I know I say this a lot, but we probably could just go right into the meditation from that. So we'll go into a short meditation. If you haven't done this before, it's a safe place to get started, and just allow the chair to hold you and just focus on your breath after we sing this short little ditty. I am opening. I am opening my heart is ready to receive. I am opening. I am opening. My heart is ready to receive. I am opening. I am opening. My heart is ready to receive. I am opening. I am opening.
receive. I am opening. And I stop. And I breathe. And the center of my soul feels the beauty of the silence, of the bells not ringing this year. And in that open space, I let myself be. I release all doing and simply am in this now moment. There is no you. There is no me. There is no them. There is only one. Incredibly powerful, incredibly loud stillness. I am. I am. God is. For this, I give great thanks. And so it is. Bless you, Matt. And Haley. I mean, number one, it's a waltz, so I'm over the moon there. But that needs to become a nationally known song. That is so incredibly exquisite. I was kind of sad that we were applauding. One time at a Silomar, they taught us when there's something really, really amazing, make the sound of one hand clapping. Because thank you. And Myra, oh my God, hello. She's back. So anyway, pardon me while I digress. Hi, it's Sunday morning and you're at the Center for Spiritual Living. It's just Myra moved away about 6 years ago to the East Coast and now she's back. And I had heard she was getting here, but I hadn't seen her yet, so yay. Could we bring me down just a little bit, please? It's kind of owing my ears.
this week, I apologize to Danu for correcting him on the podium, but it's not surrender is action. It's surrender is action. We have devolved. I'm not going to say evolved. We have devolved into a place where what I need is more important than anybody else. And surrender is not an option. It's a dirty word, and it means giving up. And I would like us to look at the whole concept, as I've mentioned to people that as I age, decade by decade, I'm hauling on up there now. Letting go is taking on more and more prominence in my life. And not letting go of what I want or not letting go of what I love, but just letting go of all these stories and these things that I've told myself of how important this is or this must be or that must. It's all bull, people. These stories we make up. You know, I keep coming back to the innocent babe, the newborn infant, those sweet, unfocused eyes that are just pure, pure love. I think, yeah, that's original sin, sure thing. There is no such thing. We are originally blessings. That's what we are. We are originally one with Spirit, and we come to this world to learn what it's like to be in relationship with others. And in doing that, we develop stories. And some of those stories are beautiful, and some of those stories are painful and horrible, and some of those stories are given to us by people who were wounded already, by people who were wounded, by people who were wounded. When I was a little girl, I really liked, I did not have one of those negative, oh my God, hell and damnation. I had a really lovely experience with faith as a child. And what I saw was a couple of things in the Old Testament that really irritated me. I liked Jesus a lot, but his dad not so much. You know, and there was a verse about the sins of the fathers are visited unto the seventh generation, and I'm thinking that is the most horrible, ugly thing, because if my great-grandfather did something, why the heck is it impacting me? Well, when I came to understand, in Aramaic, when Jesus was using the word sin, it was an archery term which meant to fall short of the mark. It's not like heinous, horrible stuff. It's we take aim at who we would like to be, and we sometimes fall short of becoming that. And so if we translate it as mistakes and errors, then yes, indeed, the errors of the parents are visited generation unto generation. Now we're finally understanding the whole construct of trauma and how it's possible for someone to break the chain that has been holding whole families in caption. And so surrendering the story, surrendering the history, surrendering the victimhood that we can fall, I can fall into it. I don't know about the rest of you, but I am really pretty darn good at being oh, poor, pitiful me. And when I surrender that, the world gets so much bigger. The world gets so much brighter. We look at what's going on, and the ending of life as we knew it with COVID was the seed for a new beginning of a new way of being together. Because essentially what was normal had some good stuff in it, right, but it really wasn't working for everybody. It wasn't creating a world that works for everyone. It wasn't considering the needs of others beyond our own. And this virus has taught us how intricately woven we are, and we are connected. We are connected to people on the opposite side of the continent through the air that we breathe. If this doesn't show us we are all interdependent, I don't know what will. But what I want us to talk about is that we can begin something new, how we can let go of the old stories, the old ideas, the old ways of believing and being and seeing things, the filter with which I am looking at things. Those of you who follow me on Facebook are going to have to listen to this story all over again. After work on Tuesday, I was going to go get a late lunch, and I wanted to go to my favorite Mexican restaurant. Well, I have two favorites, but the one that's closest to my house, Naya's, which I recommend highly if any of you like Mexican food. They're over in Springfield on Pioneer Parkway. Anyhow, I thought, well, I've got a prescription due at that's been waiting for me at Walgreens, and they're doing testing, so it takes a long time. And I pulled up, and I thought, well, I'll swing into Walgreens and just take a look. And there were just 2 cars in the line. And so I zipped right in behind him, and I'm sitting there, and I know it's taken a while, and I see them pass out the stuff, so the guy's taking his test in the car window. So I just turned off my motor because I want to be a good, diligent citizen and not run carbon fumes into the air. And after a few minutes, the pickup ahead of me pulled forward, and I turned my ignition, and it went click, 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 click. It didn't go, it went click, 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 click. Not yet. You know that feeling. I see identification. People have been there. Well, at least I'm in a safe spot. I'm not a million miles out in the boondocks. But I find my AAA card. I call AAA. I tell, yes, I'm safe. I carefully tell the people, you know, you can go around me. There's plenty of room to go around the line and go around me, and so you can get in, and I'm not stopping anybody from getting their prescription. And then I waited. And I thought, all these people are going to be so irritated at me because they're in line and this stupid broad's there with her broken down car and blah, blah, blah. Are you okay? Can I help you? Do you need me to call anybody? Are you sure there's nothing I can do to help you? Third woman or fourth woman coming by, as she came up, she said, I'm just going to park here so nobody can come around. And you walk up there after the next guy's done and get your prescription, so at least you get your I'm like, you know, and it kept happening, you know, and the nicer people were, the calmer I got, the better things got, you know, the more love is just coming at me. The tow truck guy gets there, he's going to haul me. I call Sun Automotive to let them know I'm bringing the car over, and then I look up close by places to rent a car, and I call Enterprise, and they can get me in before 5. And it's just like everything happens in such a perfect way, and I get my car. And I finally, at 5:15, I got to Naya's for my lunch. But I looked at that and I thought, you know, before this teaching, I could have been sitting there railing at how horrible the world is and how my schedule, I've got so much to take care of. The board's going on retreat this weekend. I've got errands I need to run. I've got stuff I need to do. I am important. Don't they know this? You know, and I didn't. I just went, you know, the universe is saying, slow down, Linda. Take a break, Linda. Just be here, Linda. And let everything unfold. And everyone who needed to be anywhere was where they needed to be. And everybody who needed to get me anywhere was there to get me somewhere. And the next day I went into Walgreens to buy some stuff, and the woman who had waited on me at the pharmacy window was at the front window, and she says, "Oh, how are you doing? How's your car? What's going on? Are you okay?" And I'm just like, I live in such a blessed world. I live in a world with so many amazingly beautiful, loving people. And it's because I surrendered the idea that I needed to be somewhere, and how dare my car break down, and how dare AAA take an hour and a half. They've never taken an hour and a half before, blah, 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 blah. I could have done all of that, and I didn't. Surrender of the old dialogue is an action that can benefit you way more than clinging to the old story. I don't know a better way of telling you this. We have to surrender to the wisdom within. We have to surrender to infinite guidance. But what we have to do is surrender to that which no longer serves. Donna Michael has a beautiful song. I release what no longer serves me. I release and I let go. That's surrender, release. We're going to do the burning bowl at the end of the month on the 26th. We will be releasing and letting go of what we're not going to carry with us into the coming year. So what I want us to look at over the month of December is, what can I surrender now? What can I leave in 2021 and not carry with me into 2022? What habit has run its course? What story is no longer helping me? We need to look at what we're seeing in what we call this is the relative world. It's where everything is in relationship to everything else. We live in the relative world, and we have access through mind and soul, through this connection, to the level of absolute, where nothing has taken shape yet, where everything is just pure potentiality waiting to be brought in to our experience. Those loving, what are the odds of 10 people in a row going around me, 15, all being kind, all being patient, all being, thank you, are you okay? When we let it happen, it does. When we surrender the idea that we're a victim, we no longer are. I got a couple of quotes from Ernest from the textbook. And one is actually Ernest quoting Troward, but, it's all one. Troward says that we enter the absolute in such degree as we withdraw from the relative, and that we withdraw from the relative in such degree as we enter the absolute. So the more focus we place on what could be, on possibility, on where we'd like to be, the more we draw energy away from what is. So rather than fighting what is, we build what could be. Buckminster Fuller said it. Many, many wondrous philosophers down through the ages have said it. Quit fighting what is and embrace the new. What could be. What could be happening now? And then this is pure earnest. Our mind should swing from inspiration into action, from contemplation into accomplishment, from prayer into performance. This would be a well-balanced existence. It is wonderful to be calm and sweet and serene and everything, and if it never moves into action, if it never becomes a performance, if it never becomes an accomplishment, then it's just as what is it Ernest said, inspiration without perspiration is simply hallucination. And that's essentially what we have to look at, is the idea that rather than grousing about what is, I can imagine how I would like it to be, let go of how I ought to be, and just be open to what's happening here. Richard Singer from Eastern Wisdom, Western Soul, I really enjoy that. I think we had a copy in the bookstore. We'll get others. It's kind of a daily meditation kind of thing on different topics, but on simplicity. Life is simply our being present. Life is simply our being present. It is being in the here and now, completely accepting who we are, what we have, and believing this is all that we require. This is enough. I can dream of more. I can expand into more. I can grow into more. But I'm grateful for this. This is enough. This is beautiful. You guys just make my soul. I spent a year and a half talking to empty chairs. It is so delightful to see your beautiful eyes. My friend Timothy Nunn, and I don't know if he's watching today or not from down in Rohnert Park, but he is a poet. And he's a poet and an essayist and a brilliant man, a theologian. He got me started when I lived in Petaluma. He started a Friday evening peace vigil, where from 5 to 5:30 on Main Street in downtown Petaluma, we would stand there with Pray for Peace, just a big sign that said Pray for Peace. And that's all we did, and it was amazing how many people, told us to get a job or whatever. But there were a lot of good people who flashed peace signs. But we did that for several years. As long as I was there, we did that, and it really mattered. And Tim and I are friends on Facebook. And he's written this thing, he calls it a centering prayer, but to me, it's a good way to close today's message, I think. If I think of what is safe to me as the old stories that I've been hanging on to, okay, my old life, the way life used to be before, I want to hold on to my cocoon, even though something inside of me wants to unfold my wings and explore the garden. The cocoon is warm and safe. My ego is reluctant to fly. How can I know that I have wings if I don't try? Every morning as I sit quietly, my mind works to reinforce the cocoon. Barely perceptible is the sky and sun and garden outside. When will I fly? And this is the question to ask each of us. When will I fly? When will I fly? When will I burst out of this safe cocoon and fly? Some of you are already doing that, but you know somebody who could sure use this, so you can pass it on. Thank you. Thank you, Kevin, for serving as greeter and take care of the lights. You are the service tech there tonight, the on-floor service tech. We've got our up-here service techs who are working magic. So I would like to invite Reverend Trish to come up and bless the offering, and then Haley will do a wonderful song right after that.
So what we know is that what we give, we receive. A lot of people think that Christmas and December is a time where we really focus on giving. But in reality, everything we give throughout the year, every moment that we share with other people, what we do is get back in the same. What we say is whatever you give, you receive in kind, which means if you give your tithe, then you're going to receive more income. If you're giving your time, then you're going to receive more time to do the things that you want to do and your treasures. Life is so good, and we take it so much for granted, and all of this experience that we've been going through. I said it the other day, and I used the word experiment instead of experience, and that stopped me. And so I'm going to look at that more, because I think it was an experiment to see how we would get through it and how we could remember who we really are and what we really are. We're spiritual beings living in this human experience. There are many ways in which you can give, and we've had up there on our slide the many ways you can do it. But I will tell you that it's the intention of giving. It's the intention of giving from your heart, for knowing that you live in a universe that always says to you yes. And so as I give, what I find is that I get back exactly what I have said, as Reverend Linda explained her experience. A grumpy person would never have had the experience Reverend Linda had. But someone who gives all the time will have helpful people coming forward for her. So remember that we design our own lives. And so I'm going to ask you to look at your gift, whatever it is, whether it's cash or a check. Look at it and look at the amount and see what you think about that. How do you feel when you look and see what that figure is written on there? Does that make your heart sing, or does that make you twinge a little. If it does, move yourself out of it, increase it by a little. It doesn't matter how much. It's the repetition of giving, getting in the new habit of increasing it. You know, the universe just gives it back to you and more, so you never run out. That's what I love about this universe. So I'm going to ask you to hold your gift in your hand, hold it on your heart, and to know that I'm so grateful for everything every blessing that has been in my life before, presently, and still to come in the future, for the possibilities of living life in a grander scale than ever before. I know that this is my way of saying thank you for the gifts. Thank you for everything. And thank you for all that is to be. I know that as I open myself up, I expand my ability to receive. And so, in gratitude, I know that this is my physical way of saying, I am so blessed, and so it is. So it is.
Everything in this world goes around, flowing with abundance, it knows no bounds. Giving and receiving, we circulate the love. Gratitude in knowing there's always enough. We give thanks, we give thanks, we give thanks with this offering. We give thanks, we give thanks, we give thanks for everything.
All right, so now we get the other song by Haley.
Hello again. Oh, goodness. Well, Linda wrote to me saying, what about this song for this next tune? And I thought, why not this song? I think it's been maybe since before you came to be our reverend, since I sang this song here at the center. It's been we figured it just before this the service that it had been 9 years since we'd played it together. So bringing it back. It's a seasonal song. It's a holiday song of the sort of sacred nature, but it's more modern. And with emphasis on the line near the end of the song, "Pray for peace, people everywhere." The song is called "Do You Hear What I Hear?" Said the night wind to the little lamb, "Do you see what I see? Way up in the sky, little lamb, do you see what I see? A star, dancing in the night, with a tail as big as a kite. Oh, with a tail as big as a kite." Oh, said the little lamb to the shepherd boy, "Do you hear what I hear? Ringing through the sky, shepherd boy, do you hear what I hear? A song, high above the trees, with a voice as big as the sea. Oh, with a voice as big as the sea.
said the shepherd boy to the mighty king. Do you know what I know? In your palace warm, almighty king. Do you know what I know? A child shivers in the cold. We will bring him silver and gold. Oh, let us bring him silver and gold. Send the king to the people everywhere. Listen to what I say. Oh, pray for peace, people. Pray for peace everywhere. Listen to what I say. The child sleeping in the night, he will bring us goodness and light. He will bring us goodness and light. Listen to what I say. Do you know what I know? Do you hear what I hear?
Thank you so much. Matt and Mo, always excellent.
Yeah. That was even better than I could have imagined. Thank you. Time for announcements. I know you all love those announcements. And the first announcement is, this is the 15th anniversary of my first Sunday here. Was actually on the 3rd that year, but it's been 15 years ago this month. I started as your senior minister, as your spiritual director, and a long and winding road, but it's been awesome. Okay, annual giving intention. If you have not renewed your pledge for the coming year, this is also how you renew your membership for the coming year. You don't have to raise your pledge, you can just renew it, but we're asking that everybody would consider raising their pledge $5 a month per person, because that will help cover the expense of having Matt and Mo with us every week, which is part of what makes this come alive for all of us. So please go on the website or go to the newsletter, click on the link, and it just takes a couple minutes to update your information, and voila, it's all good. There is a Zoom meeting starting at 11:30. The link is on there. The link is also in the chat on the Facebook page. This is an opportunity for people to get together and chat, those who couldn't be here. And after the first of the year, what we're looking at is changing it to having a question that relates to the talk, and even those of you who've been here could go in on your phone and get in on the chat and discuss the question. So think about that. Tuesdays at 10:30, men's coffee. That's a good thing. The men had breakfast together today, a couple of them anyway, and that's good. But the 5th Street Market at Alon Brothers Coffee at 10:30 Tuesday. Just get together and chat amongst the guys. Okay. There's many opportunities for service. Go to our website and see what way you could serve. Again, we're looking for, we got one person to do slides. We need 2 people, so one person isn't doing them every single week, so they can rotate week after week. If you can type on a computer, you can do this, and it takes approximately 20 minutes per week. If you're only doing it every other week, that averages out to 10 minutes per week. I think you could handle it. So let me know, and you can do it from home. You don't have to come in to do it. It's real simple. So give us a call at the office and let us know. The St. Vinny's fundraiser. We've adopted a family for Holiday Joy again this year. That we need to get the gifts in by the end of the week. So the list is on the table out there in the foyer. Please go ahead and if you're thinking about giving, grab one. If they're all gone, call the office tomorrow and talk to Sue, or call the office Tuesday and talk to Susan, because she's going to be at the board retreat tomorrow. But we will get you a list of what's been assigned, and we can get this family. And if you don't have time to shop and don't choose to shop, you can give $10, $20, $30 to help out with a family. This Friday from 5:30 to 7 online, Kathy Day is hosting another virtual game night. It's an opportunity to play games online with your friends. Go to the website, click on events, and go to it will pop up, and you can go do that. And that's it for this week. The board is going to be going on a retreat this afternoon. We're leaving for St. Benedict's. We're just going to spend one night and coming back tomorrow afternoon, but we're going to get some time together. And I just appreciate the opportunity to work with so many amazing people. And there are still openings on the board. We have 2 more voting members and as many as we want of adjunct members, which is just a 1-year term. You don't vote, but you get to participate in all that we do. So as Trish so eloquently said, when we give, we receive. When we discover the flow and we keep it moving, it flows back to us in ways we can never even imagine. So, Reverend Trish, if you will talk about the practitioners.
So I should talk about them, huh? Let's
Yeah,
see. Well, every Sunday, you know, the practitioners are available to be there to support you in things that you'd like to release and also things that you'd like to increase. So we're here. I'm going to ask the practitioners to stand. Okay. And so Radiant Gains there, and Reverend Ona over there, and Reverend Linda and myself. We're all available for a 1-minute conversation, miracle, setting the intention, and I will be up here as well. So know that we've gone through a lot of education to do this. We spent a lot of time focusing on the universe, and when we say it says yes to you, it says yes to you no matter what you say into it. So we're here to see if you are actually saying the truth of what you want. So please, we will have someone over at the windows, and I will be up here afterwards for a 1-minute miracle. So if you want to, this is the time. This is the time. Give it up, okay? Or increase it, whatever you'd like. So I'd like to have everybody stand and join hands.
There be peace on earth, and let it begin with me. Let there be peace on earth, the peace that was meant to be, with God as creator. We are family. Let us walk with each other in perfect harmony. Let peace begin with me. Let this be the moment now.
you choose, please repeat after me. I release.
I release.
I let go.
I let go.
And it's good.
And it is good.
And so it is.
And so it is.